Review the Frehley's Comet album, Second Sighting. It was released in 1988 and produced by Frehley's Comet and Scott. I'm going to butcher this guy's last name, Mabuchi, I think. Probably wrong. So this album's pretty much the same exact band as the first album, except for it has Anton Figs replaced on drums by Jamie Oldacre. So this album, I would have got this like around 2020 or something. I think whenever Ace was putting out his second Origins album, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get that when it comes out. And I had like, I think like 3 or 4 Ace solo albums at that point already, and I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna go and get the rest of his albums that I don't have in the lead up to this new covers album coming out. So this, I think, was the first album I bought when I decided to do that. I'd heard bad things about this. I think Ace was kind of going through some white stuff at the time or something, and so he wasn't as present on this album as the first one. So there's more like Todd Howard songs on here, and less like songs written by Ace. But when I first listened to it, I was kind of surprised at like how many vocals Ace has and how much he did kind of seem there, even though it does kind of, like, I'm not sure where he's playing and where he's not and stuff like that, but it does kind of like, on the Todd Howard songs, like, he's definitely not as evident as he is, I don't feel like, on the stuff that he sings. So yeah, I don't know what was really going on with the recording, I don't really know much of the background of it. The first track, Insane, I'm not really sure who the writers are on this either, because I think I've heard some stuff about it, so I didn't really want to comment too much on that. But I think it's a great opening track. My favorite song on here, probably one of my favorite like Ace solo songs. I really like the main riff. I think it's got a really cool guitar solo in it. I think Ace's vocal's really good on it, one of his better vocals on the album. Just a really good kind of like ass-kicking opening track. Second track, Time Ain't Running Out, is one of the Todd Howard songs. This one I like. I think it's pretty good. I don't like love it or anything, but it's catchy. I think Todd has a good vocal on it. The band sounds good. Third track, Dancing with Danger. This one I think is a cover. I like it a lot. It's kind of like a highlight for me. I think Ace has a really good vocal on it. I think it's a catchy song. It's got this weird kind of instrumental, trippy part that I like. I like the drumming on it a lot, and I would say, like, as a whole, I think I like Anton Figs' drumming on the first album a little bit better. Not that I think that Jamie Oldacre sounds bad on this or anything, but this I think is kind of a highlight for his playing for me. The fourth track, It's Over Now. This is a Todd Howard song. Apparently it was a single. I think you like the first single, and it's kind of like a weird choice for a single. It's like this overblown kind of 80s ballad. I definitely wouldn't have like chosen this for a single for this album. I think that, like, I don't know, it's not even, I don't think it's really horrible or anything, but it's not representative of anything you'd expect to hear from a band that's like associated with Ace. I don't even think it's the best Todd song on this album. Like, I would, if I was gonna put out a single of one of his songs, it would have been definitely a different song. The fifth track, Loser in a Fight, is by Howarth and the bassist John Reagan. The vocals are split between Ace and Todd, and I think that's a cool idea. I don't think Ace gives one of his better vocals on the parts that he sings on this, though. But I do like the song quite a bit. I think it's pretty catchy. The chorus part definitely gets stuck in my head. Sixth track, Juvenile Delinquent, song by Ace, sung by Ace. I think it's the only song on the album that's just solely by Ace. It's the longest song on the album. It's like 5 minutes. And I think the lyrics are not the greatest, which is, I mean, kind of normal for Ace. Lyrics have never been his like strongest suit, but it's a pretty catchy song. I kind of like the main riff. So pretty good song. Not like the best, not a major highlight for me, but pretty good. 7th track, Fallen Angel, another Todd Howard song. This one, I feel like it's a song that I shouldn't like, but I do. Pretty catchy. I like Todd's vocal on it a lot, so that one's pretty good. The 8th track, Separate, is by Ace, John Reagan, and Todd Howard. This one's sung by Ace. It's one of those songs that has like a really annoying kind of like, I don't know, the chorus is like annoying, it's catchy in an annoying sort of way. I don't hate it, like I want to hate this song, but, and the chorus is pretty dumb too, like what they're doing with the lyrics, I feel like it's pretty dumb. But it just kind of, it gets stuck in my head, and I don't like that, but while it's on, I kind of enjoy it. I think it's got a pretty cool guitar solo, so like, the verse parts, also I think I like those parts a little bit better than the chorus, because they're not as like irritatingly catchy. But yeah, I don't know. It's a song I can't like make myself hate, because I do find it kind of catchy and I like parts of it, but it's also like slightly annoying. The 9th track, New Kind of Lover, is a Todd Howard song. This one's kind of a faster one, and this is the one that I would have made the single if I was going to pick one of his songs, because this, I think, is the catchiest one that he has on here. I like this one the most. And then the 10th and final track, The Acorn is Spinning, as an instrumental, and I actually like this a lot. I'm not the biggest fan of instrumentals, but I kind of like this better than Fractured 2 off the first album, or even Fractured Mirror off the 78 solo album, just because, like, I don't know, I find this more entertaining. It's got those goofy voices. I don't know why they're calling this guy the Acorn, but I find it funny. And yeah, I don't know, it's just entertaining. You get to hear Ace doing his whole like bit in it, and so yeah, it's a funny track, kind of a fun way to close the album. So yeah, Frehley's Comet, Second Sighting, definitely less Ace on this album, but I think he still has some really strong moments on it. I would say that I don't think I enjoy it as a whole as much as the first album, but I definitely think it's a pretty underrated album. Like, there's some really good stuff on here. So I definitely recommend checking it out if you've heard the first album and like the first album.